Good evening, good evening. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, for this video, I will be reviewing the Marvelous Pro Wrestling 7th Anniversary show that took place at Korakuen Hall just the other day. But before we get started, I want to remind everybody to check out the link in the description for Game Beauty for an awesome lineup of video game themed makeup and cosmetic products. And if you see something you like and want to make a purchase, be sure to use the promo code BlitzballChamp. You can get 10% off of your order. So be sure to check that out. So, Marvelous. That's Women's Pro Wrestling 7th Anniversary. Took place May 3rd. This was at Korakuen Hall. Now, first off, I want to say this 7th anniversary. I'm assuming 7th year anniversary. But what confuses me about this, how is it 7 years if they had their first event in March of 2014? Now, I know my math isn't that good, but 7 years from 2014, that's 2021, and it's 2023. So I'm not sure why this event is called Marvelous 7th Anniversary. Maybe somebody can help me out with that, because I don't get it. If it was founded in March of 2014 and had its first event in 2014, seven years from 2014 is 2021. I'm just saying, I know math was never my best subject, but last time I checked, 7 years from 2014 is 7 years up from 2014 is 2021. So whatever. Maybe somebody can help me with that. Anyway, Marvelous 7th Anniversary. This show was alright. Did have one title match on the card, which was the main event. But let's go ahead and go through the card. First off, had a singles match. We had Hozan versus Aoki. Of course, Aoki from Just Tap Out. Someone that I've definitely been high on. So yeah, that match opened up this show. And it was a pretty good match. Definitely back and forth. But once again, was really bummed to see Aoki lose yet another match, as Hozan pinned Aoki with a Mahi Straw or Mahi Straw Cradle for the 1, 2, 3. It's like, dang, like the last handful of matches I've seen with Aoki, whether singles or on a tag team with Unagi Sayaka, she's on the losing end. And it's annoying. It's so annoying. Like, I don't get it. She's been on this losing streak, and it's just ridiculous. Like, and Aoi's good, and she's been getting better. I just hate that she's taken all these L's, and she's partnered up with Unagi Sayaka, of all people. That team still makes no sense to me at all. Makes no sense to me. Aoki partnered up with Unagi Sayaka. Somebody help me make sense of that. Somebody help make sense of that. Because it makes zero sense. Anyway, moving on. Next up, we had a trios match. Interesting trios match. So we had the team of Ryo Izaka, Shoki Kitamura, and James Thorne. Sounds pretty basic. Taking on the team of Astro, Ryo Hoshino, and Takumi Baba. Now, the only name that I knew in this match was Ryo Izaka, because of course he competed in the previous 2 or 3 Marvelous shows that I watched. Everybody else just learning about for the first time. So, thought Astro was pretty cool. James Thorne was pretty hyped in this match, which I thought he did a good job. But, I mean, those are probably the main ones that stood out to me. Of course, besides Ryo Izaka. Those are probably the main ones that stood out to me the most in this match. But, I mean, it was still a pretty good match. Ryo Izaka picks up the victory for his team after hitting Ryo Hoshino with a Frankensteiner pin for the 1-2-3. So, Ryo Izaka, Shoki Kitamura, James Thorne with the victory in this trios match. Okay, next up we had a tag team match. We had the team of Tomoko Watanabe and Kaoru Itoh taking on the team of Maya Yukihi and Itsuki Aoki. Of course, Itsuki Aoki and Maya Yukihi, you know, I've seen a good number of times. Tomoko Watanabe I've seen a couple of times. But, you know what? This was a good back and forth match. I know Itsuki Aoki and Maya Yukihi looked strong in this match. And so did Tomoko Watanabe and Kaoru Itoh. It really could have gone either way. If you ask me, it could have gone either way. But Tomoko Watanabe picks up the victory for her team, hitting Itsuki Aoki with a variation of the Tombstone Pile Driver for the 1-2-3. But overall, nice back and forth match. I didn't have any complaints personally. Okay, next up, another tag team match. We had the team of longtime veterans Kyoko, Inoue, and Jaguar Yokota teaming up to take on the young team of Maria and Riko Kawahata. Of course, these two have teamed up quite a bit. Also, watched them face each other before as well. But definitely like Maria. Definitely become a fan of Riko Kawahata. The match was alright. I just really did not like the finish. I did not like the end result. But I liked the match for the most part. I was pulling like crazy for Maria and Riko Kawahata, but I really was not a fan of the finish. But Kyoko Inoue pins Maria after a sit-out powerbomb. My thing is, it's like the veterans, in a lot of these matches, it's like the long-time veterans are getting the best of the younger talent. And I know there's some experience with even the younger talent, but it's like, dang. You know, it made me kind of think about the match that Yuki Arai had at Grand Princess against Aja Kong. I'm like, dang, she hit Aja Kong with 5 finalies, which is her finisher, and still lost the match against Aja Kong. You know what I mean? It's like, don't get me wrong, I'm all for showing love and respect for the longtime veterans, but it's like, dang. Like, why continue to use them to bury the younger, inexperienced, and even the younger, experienced stars? Like, I really wish promotions wouldn't do that so much. You know what I mean? Like, they already have strong resumes. They already have done so much. It's not gonna hurt for the young rising star to get a victory. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe some of y'all and others feel differently, but it's like it just keeps happening over and over again. You know, just with the longer, like much older, experienced talent, just getting the best over the younger, even the younger talent with experience. You know, it's kind of ridiculous. So, pretty good match. Just didn't like the outcome. Okay, next up we had a singles match. I was definitely really digging this match. We had Takumi Iroha versus Unagi Sayaka. And I gotta give Unagi Sayaka a lot of credit. She definitely brought many waves of offense against Takumi Iroha. She definitely brought her A game. And, you know, Takumi did her thing. Oh, shout outs to, I don't know who the guy was that played her entrance theme. But yeah, she had a special guitarist playing Takumi's entrance theme. I was like, yo, that was awesome. That was awesome. And I already love Takumi Iroha's entrance theme. That remix of Pomp and Circumstance. Oh man, I love it. I love her entrance theme. Don't you? Her entrance theme rocks. But overall, great match. Both of these ladies look really solid. And this was a great test for Unagi Sayaka. And she looked strong in this match. But Takumi Iroha, pretty much many can say the ace of Marvelous, got the last laugh in the end, put away Unagi Sayaka with a razor's edge, pins her for the 1, 2, 3. But yeah, Takumi Iroha with the victory. Now, afterwards, there was quite an interesting sequence where apparently Mayumi Ozaki came to the ring and apparently brawled with Takumi Iroha. She had a chain. She got hold of a chain and ended up busting open Takumi Iroha's head. I was just like, whoa, what the heck is going on here? And of course, they didn't have any subtitles for the chatter on the mic. But yeah, all of a sudden they had a little scuffle, and before we know it, Takumi Iroha is busted open from the head. I'm like, what? Well, guess there's some, I don't know if there's some sort of rivalry or some sort of, like, hate from both of those ladies, but, woo, man. That was crazy. That was a crazy sequence. Really, really crazy sequence. Okay. The main event of this Marvelous 7th anniversary, this was for the AAAW Single Championship. AAAW, which stands for All Asia Athlete Women. So this is the top title in Marvelous, which there's only 2 titles in Marvelous. You got the AAAW Single Championship, as well as the AAAW Tag Team Championships, which currently the tag titles are held by Chikayo Nagashima and Takumi Iroha. The Single Championship, it came down to Chihiro Nagashima, or Chikayo Nakashima, I'm sorry, Chikayo Nakashima, defending the title against Mio Momono. Now, Mio Momono has been having quite a series of matches on, like, the last handful of Marvelous shows, and, you know, she's been kind of wrestling all over the place. But, I mean, you know, she's mainly a freelancer. She's been at Pro Wrestling Wave, Sendai Girls, Ice Ribbon, Marvelous. She's been all over the place. a little bit more background on the AAAW Single Championship. Was established back in 1996, November 2nd, 1996, and apparently was originally introduced in Gaia, Japan before it made its way into Marvelous. Had all sorts of names that have held this title. Throughout Gaia, Japan, you had Chigusa Nagayo, who's the original founder of Marvelous. She's held this title. Aja Kong has held this title. Meiko Satomura, Mayumi Ozaki, the one that had the brawl with Takumi Iroha. Manami Toyota has held this title. Ayako Hamada, another one of my favorites, she's held this title. And then as it got its way into Marvelous, Takumi Iroha has held the title, and Chikayo Nagashima, who going into this match was the champion. So just a little bit of background. Okay, so this was the main event. Chikayo Nagashima, Mio Momono. Yo, let me tell you. This might sound crazy. I put this as a match of the year candidate for the year 2023. I kid you not. These two ladies. Wow. Now, you know, Chikayo Nagashima, she's a veteran. You know, she's in her 40s. Mio Momono is in her 20s. I believe she's 24. And Chikayo, I think, is 46 or 47. But, yo, these two went at it. It was back and forth. They were kicking out of everything, thrown at each other. This match went the absolute distance. Chikayo had momentum for a while. Mio had momentum for a while. And then it was just back and forth, back and forth. And then, sure enough, it even went outside of the ring, too. Went inside and outside of the ring. It was all over the place. All throughout Korakuen Hall. But the fighting spirit within Mio Momono would not be denied. She was determined to win this match. And sure enough, it paid off in a big way. As Mio Momono dethrones Chikayo Nagashima with a code red, or you could pretty much Keychain bomb, which Starlight Kid used to use, but pretty much hit the code red for the 1, 2, 3, and it took a few, because she also hit an avalanche code red as well, and that still wasn't enough. But it took one more code red, Keychain bomb, whatever you want to call it. 1, 2, 3, and Mio Momono is your new AAAW single champion. And a barn burner of a main event match. Like I said, definitely I have to say it was a match of the year candidate. Like, Mio Momono, she earned that victory. I know she lost a series of matches, but I have to say, she earned the mess out of that victory. I didn't think she was going to win, but whew. Many can probably say, did she really deserve a title shot? Fair argument. But one thing's for sure, she capitalized on this opportunity. And sure enough, she is your new AAAW Singles Champion. Mio Momono, congratulations to her. I'm very curious to see what kind of run she'll have. Because remember, Chikayo Nagashima won this title for the second time, defeating Mio Momono in the finals of the tournament to crown the champion, because Takumi Iroha was originally the champ before Chikayo, but had to vacate it due to injury. Remember, she had that injury that took her off, put her on the shelf for a long time. So Mio Momono got her revenge in an impressive way, and she is your new champion. So congratulations to Mio Momono. Well earned. But that concludes the show. Like I said, it was a pretty good show, but the main event, match of the year candidate, hands down. But yeah, that'll do it for the Marvelous 7th anniversary review. Don't forget to check out the link to Game Beauty. And let me know what y'all's thoughts are. What did you think of? What did you think of the show? What did you think of the card? What did you think of the matches? How about that main event match? How do you feel about Mio Momono as new AAAW Singles Champion? Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. For another Pro Wrestling Talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube, my name is Jason Ingram. Hope everybody has a blessed evening, and I will see y'all in the next video. Take care now. Laters.